A letter to Francois Villon. So, it's been a long time. Do you remember? It's been over 530 years, and here I am, 530 years later. I'm not a Frenchman, so I have to read translations of what you said in your antique French when you were alive in 1460. We can hardly say you had a time of flourishing. That's what they say of creative folks. They flourished from 810 to 780 BC, or from 1450 to 1470 AD, or 1960 to 1995 AD. Flourishing. When we were doing our creative writing, at the time it didn't feel that creative. We were just writing to let our painful guts out, to deal with anger and dying and love to those we tried to love, or who thought we were ugly or depraved or filthy with our bare feet and torn pantaloons, missing teeth and long encrusted beard, our raucous laugh, our bad eyesight to only narrowly escape the horses on the muddy, sewer-infected street in the pitch-dark nights in your time, the lighted streets in mine, when oil and electricity were found out and understood and used till the oil gave out and half our world was dark again. But you loved, Francois, and so did I. You saw fools in every station of your world, and so did I. Meanness and kindness, loving naked sex, rape, incest, like any animal, parents who loved a child, parents who flogged a child, parents who did both in the name of religious values, later seen as brutal, foul, a garbage heap of morals for the privileged in your time and mine. But you wrote, and so do I, both of us, to tear the veils away, to see hideous countenances inside nobility, to laugh, to see and tell of fools, no matter what the price we paid, you and I, to laugh in derision at petty folk, all blown up like spoiled sausage or swollen squash, to know we told the truth in some fertile way within our centuries, yours and mine, to know we told the truth as we sensed it, and that our words had value and were worth remembering even when we were wrong. And yes, you and I, we too know full well how all of us are right and wrong in the same instant in the 15th century, or mine 500 years later. Francois, I've been wanting to ask, where was your body laid? What happened to your muscles? What became of your left eye? Are they anywhere? Or when each of us takes in a breath 8,000 miles from where you lived in France, do we each take in an atom or two of oxygen or carbon from your hair, from the back of your neck, from the sandals that you wore when you had any? What became of you? Where are you, Francois? Have you wondered where you are? Now, 500 years later, where are each of us 500 years later? Where was I 500 years ago when you laughed and farted and got drunk and wrote with scratchy quill on filthy paper and tried to sleep on freezing nights and were jailed for things you did or didn't do? Where was I then? Had we known where I was, we might have looked each other up. So, here we are, each with our brief gleam of life. A play on words. This is Francois from Shakespeare, that Englishman across La Manche, 200 years after you. Now you're hearing about for the first time from me. This is Shakespeare's statement. Life is but a gleam of light between two eternities. So, somehow we rise above all, as you and I, to put an arm around each other and look and grin together at both our worlds and defy them both, to help all others kindred to us at any time at all, that all of us can learn to dance and love and finally lay ourselves down to sleep. A full century after our birth, you and me and all of us. But Francois, you and I, what a gift we are to 500 years and more to tell the jokes on all of us, to see our shabby ways, our lovely ways, our heroic ways, our mortal ways, to give the universe our words, to tell it loud to all the worlds everywhere, just how it went on this tiny grain of sand, where you and I lived together, just a little bit apart. I feel your hand, I know your ways as you know mine. And soon, Francois, on a merry Sunday morning, you and I will preach a sermon, both of us, in every church, to finally give salvation with a smile and a wink to all the others round about, both then and now, and save the spirits of even those already gone 500 winters when you did live, and all the thrones yet to be, still hiding in the fabric of the laws of gravity that guide all stellar motions. And let us be, when time has come for each of us to scramble quickly into that gleam of light before the darkness closes round again. I love you, Francois, and I feel your love for me. Bonsoir et à plus tard, Robert. April 91.